Hey, it's the Monday edition of Weather for Weather Geeks, and for the first time in what seems like forever, we have a normal schedule in the weather department this week. So Mike Joyce is here.
Hello.
On this Monday afternoon. He did the noon show. He's going to hang out here this afternoon. We're going to kind of tag team some weather ideas, get you set up for the rest of the week. One thing for sure, this week is going to be quieter than last week.
Which will be nice.
Which will be very nice. We're very tired. We're very weary here. We've been working a lot of hours, and the winter just does not seem to want to let up. But there are signs that we're going to talk about shortly that we're going to see warmer weather before the end of February. So that will be a welcome sight, yes. In the meantime, it's still cold outside this afternoon. These are mid-afternoon temperatures. It's only in the upper teens. And we were just out at lunch, and we saw some snowflakes here in downtown Youngstown. Certainly no accumulating snow out there, but you're going to see some snowflakes here and there, and those are showing up on the radar here, just kind of splotchy snow showers around that you'll see from time to time. Occasionally the sun will be out. You'll need the sunglasses. So it's cold. Here's the wind chills. It's not brutally windy at all out there. Wind chills are down in the single digits. 8 degrees is the number up at the airport, 7 over Akron, Canton, 12 down towards Pittsburgh. So, yeah, it's cold, but we've certainly had worse days this winter.
Definitely.
That much is for certain. Now, across the rest of the country, the big weather story nationwide over the next few days is actually going to be down in the south as cold air drills in down here and moisture approaches from the south and west. They're going to be dealing with another big high-impact storm in Georgia, the Carolinas, and of course this got a lot of publicity a couple weeks ago when Atlanta had all the problems with traffic being a nightmare, and they had, thousands of people without power for days, and this could be a similar situation down in Charlotte and Columbia and Atlanta. So if you have relatives down there, definitely want to give them a heads up. Maybe tell them to watch this video because we're even talking about it up here in Youngstown because it is going to be a big-ticket national story.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah. For us, there's not a lot of big-ticket items out there. Upstream, cold air, and this is heading our way. Check out these. These are afternoon temperatures up here in the Midwest, single digits, even close to zero, a little below zero in Iowa and in Minnesota. The wind chills up there are ugly. It feels like the teens below zero. And again, this is the air that's coming our way for tonight. So while it's not unbearable outside this afternoon, tonight's going to be a different story. We're probably going to be below zero in many places. And what do you think for wind chills tonight? 10 below, something like that?
I was thinking 10, 15 below probably. 15 will be on the low range, but it's definitely possible that you definitely have to cover up tonight.
Absolutely. And this could be another 2-hour delay situation for the kids tomorrow morning. It seems like we've had tons and tons of those this season. And tomorrow morning, hopefully, is our last 2-hour, at least, delay because of temperatures of the season. There's not a lot of brutal cold coming up once we're done with the next couple of days. That certainly is some good news. All right, the much-advertised forecast bust over the weekend. We can talk about that here for a second. I left here Friday evening confident that, coating to an inch on Sunday, not a big deal over the weekend, and wouldn't you know it, 5-6 inches of snow fell Saturday night and Sunday, and you worked Saturday, and even when you worked, it was not blatantly obvious at all that this thing was going to ramp up. So maybe talk about for just a second what the models were showing Saturday evening. They were showing generally an inch or 2 or 3, maybe. Right,
they were. They were definitely a little bit higher than they were on Friday night, but it kind of exploded like that. 3 was my high end, and I thought we would. Maybe a couple spots would get that, but 3 ended up being the low end.
Yeah, exactly. When I got up Sunday morning at 7:30 and looked outside, I knew our forecast was in a little trouble.
Right.
So head over to my weather blog, ericwfmj.com. I've got a little article about the weekend storm. This is going to happen occasionally in meteorology. It's not a perfect science. We like to think that we get them right more often than we get them wrong, but this is definitely a situation where it didn't work out the way we thought it would. The atmosphere threw us a curveball, and we'll get them next time.
It's a very dynamic process.
It really is. It really is. And the computer models, we use them as a tool. We don't take them verbatim because otherwise why would we even have a job?
Right.
But we use them as a tool, and when they had no idea that this was coming, it led to a lot of errors for human forecasters such as us. So again, we'll get them next time. Sorry if your plans were a little altered on Sunday because of 5 inches of snow that wasn't supposed to be there. But these are just a sampling of snow totals. Again, generally a lot of backyards 4, 5, 6 inches. About 5 or so from Poland down towards East Palestine, 5 down in Salem. Youngstown, the map doesn't show it real well, but we're kind of in here. So, it was definitely enough to shovel and plow. I got my workout for sure yesterday morning in my driveway. want to show you this graph showing where we are as far as snow accumulation for the season so far. And yeah, no kidding, we're way above normal. Normal is 40.1. We are up here at 68.3 for the season. Now that's at the Youngstown Airport, Youngstown Warren Airport, southeastern Trumbull County. Not every backyard's had 68.3, but way above average this season. It's been busy.
Right.
That much is for certain. And so snowfall amounts are way above average so far this year. And Mike brought up an interesting point before we started this video. There's been a lot of below zero low temperatures this season, and sure enough, we're in 12th place going back to 1930 for number of below zero days we've had, at least in terms of low temperatures. Here's the complete list. The record here in Youngstown, 25 days where we dropped below zero for lows in that brutal winter of 76, 77, and this year we've had 10 below zero mornings. So definitely above average in terms of those as well.
Right.
It's been a busy winter. We're hoping that things are going to change. Let's talk about the rest of the week. And it looks like a pretty quiet week overall. We'll get some flurries here and there for the next few hours. No big deal at all. They'll fade away. Here's Tuesday morning's map. There's high pressure centered over here. The sky's going to clear tonight, especially west of Youngstown. It'll clear earlier than from Youngstown east, but clear sky, snow on the ground. That's a recipe for a cold night, of course. So, yeah, we're going to be flirting with zero, probably going below zero in a lot of spots. Midweek, not much going on. This is Wednesday afternoon. There's a little front approaching from the north and west. This does not have much moisture with it, so boy, if we get a flurry out of that, we'll be lucky. And then this is the storm down here on the edge of the screen that will have brought all the problems to the south. Atlanta, Carolinas, snow and ice, big problems down there. This is going to be a problem for the East Coast, so D.C., Baltimore, another snow event for them. Philadelphia. It's been a snowy winter over there. Philadelphia's had a tremendously snowy winter so far, and looks like they're going to get it once again. This is Thursday. Notice still nothing going on here, and then this is Friday, and this is where the computer models start to have a little bit of a different look for us. All of them have a storm somewhere around the Great Lakes. This is just the GFS model, just showing you one model, but it looks like Friday's our day this week. If we're going to get a little snow, that's probably going to be the day, a little clipper moving through. If some models are right, this could be a 3 or 4 inch type of thing. Mm-hmm. GFS, what do you think, 1 to 3?
Keeps it a little low.
Eyeballing it from here.
Right.
So, again, this is all Friday. We'll have plenty of time to fine-tune that forecast. But heading into the weekend, looks like some flurries might be around Saturday. Not a big deal there. Here's another little clipper Saturday night. But you'll notice no big storms looking to impact us.
Which is going to be a nice change of pace.
It really is. And another thing that's going to be a nice change of pace is the temperature outlook for the end of the month. I've started posting about this on social media over the last couple of days. Models are hinting at a big pattern change coming in a week or so as we get towards maybe the 20th. Cold centered out west, but warmer than average from the plains on east. And this might last for a good week, maybe even 10 days, taking us right to the end of February. I'm pretty confident this is going to pan out. Let's certainly hope so. We need the break.
We do.
Everybody's got winter fatigue. We know it. We feel it too. And the end of February does promise a nice thaw. Weather continues into March. Too early to say. But end of February looking a lot better than the rest of the winter has so far. That's weather for Weather Geeks on this Monday. I'll be on 21 News tonight at 6 and 11. Mr. Joyce will be back over the weekend to have you covered on the 6 and 11 shows. Of course, the 11 show airs a little later after the Olympics, I guess Saturday night. But nonetheless, we will be here all week updating your forecast. Thanks for checking out Weather for Weather Geeks, and have a great Monday afternoon.